Jonah Cade shoved past the huddled coalition troops. Get out of my way. Vexa Rao's mandibles clicked in shock. Sergeant! Retreat to the main trench. That's an order. The human ignored her. He slapped a field patch over the breached bulkhead. Nanoseal hissed, knitting the rent metal shut. With a grunt, he cranked open the firing slit. Kethik breachpack warriors boiled into the spur. Chemical smoke curled from their vents, stinging Vexa's gills. Claws scraped ferrocrete. Jonah met them at knife range. His vibroblade flashed. First Kethik lunged. Jonah sidestepped, slashed its throat pod. Green ichor sprayed. Second barreled in. Jonah drove his boot into its chest plate, cracked it, then rammed the blade through the joint. Vexa yanked a wounded Lyraxi dragoon behind a barricade. Another. Blaster fire scorched the air. She activated her recorder. Command, Observer Ral. Human Kade holds Spur 3 alone. Transmitting comms. Jonah's voice crackled steady. 3 down.
2 flanking. Patch holding.
A Kethik slammed the bulkhead. Jonah pivoted, parried claws, gutted it. The last charged. He rolled under, severed its leg servos, finished it with a neck stab. Silence fell. Jonah wiped his blade. Vexa stared, her crest flushing violet. Over open channel, she whispered. Mine now. She cut the recording. Vexa Ral slammed the command post hatch open. Extract Sergeant Cod now. He held Spur 3 alone against a full breach pack squad. Tell's eye stalk swiveled from the holomap. Jonah Cade stood beside him, calm as ferrocrete, spilling spent casings across the deck. He arranged them in precise arcs, enemy approach vectors. Reckless, Tell snapped. Human ignored direct orders, detain him for insubordination. Assign Gamma guard detail. Jonah didn't flinch. He dragged a boot through dust, etching a kill zone on the floor. Vexa's crest flared violet.
She thrust her override slate forward. Negative.
As coalition liaison, I attach myself as his escort. Roster updated.
Tell's mandibles ground. Ral. Logged in binding.
She stepped between them, facing Jonah. His eyes met hers. Steady. No fear. Just focus. Tell waved dismissal. Fine. But he breaks doctrine again. You both answer. Jonah scooped his casings, pocketed them.
He nodded to Vexa.
Liaison. Walk with me? She fell in step as they exited into the trench gloom. His stride ate ground, vibroblade sheathed, but ready. Her pulse quickened beside him. Drones whirred overhead. Kethik scouts, black against the flare-lit sky. Jonah glanced up, unhurried. They'll probe the spur again. You sealed? Vexa tapped her breather. Affirm. But why push alone? He shrugged. Squads pinned elsewhere. Someone holds the line. Her gills flushed. This human didn't fold. He endured. She gripped her blaster tighter, matching his pace. The drones dipped lower. Drones spat plasma bolts. Vexa dove behind a crater rim, Jonah rolling beside her. Acrid chemical smoke bloomed from enemy pods, stinging her breather filters. Beacons down, Jonah said, voice calm through his mask. 200 meters. Spur trench. We grab it. Vexa nodded. Blaster up. Kethik shock troops would swarm at first.
Suicide run.
He grinned. Standard up. They sprinted into the haze. Smoke clawed her scales. Jonah's boots pounded steady. Blaster fire cracked. Kethik flankers. Jonah snapped shots one-handed, dropping 2. A coalition marine staggered from wreckage, leg mangled. Jonah slung him over one shoulder without breaking stride. His free hand barked fire, punching holes in pursuing shadows. The marine groaned. Jonah adjusted grip. Hang on, buddy. Vexa sliced a jammed hatch with her plasma cutter. Sparks flew. Metal yielded. She shoved Jonah through first. Human and casualty tumbling clear. Inside the beacon chamber, Jonah eased the marine down. Enemy footsteps echoed in the corridor beyond. He rigged silent perimeter. Cord from his pack, scrapped shrapnel, pressure charges wedged in vents. No beeps, just tripwires humming taut. Vexa watched, crest pulsing azure. This human built death from trash. Footsteps grew louder. She grabbed his collar, yanked him close. You're mine now, Sergeant. No arguments. His eyes locked on hers through the mask. Steady. A thrill shot through her gills. Kethik breached the outer door. Jonah's traps waited. Captain Voss slammed the datapad on her desk. Liaison Rahl, that human's footage is gold. Transfer Sergeant Cade to my Spec Ops unit, now. Vexa stood rigid. Crest, flat.
Negative, Captain. He's under my protection.
Voss leaned forward, eyes narrowing. Protection? He's a soldier, not your pet. Coalition intel needs his grit for high-value strikes. Kethik lines break when humans don't.
Vexa tapped her riscom. Filing petition under Article 17.
Liaison claim supersedes transfer. Jonah stays. Boss's mandibles clicked. Petition approved. Bureaucratic shield. Fine. She routed the trench vid to brass channels anyway. Human hauling wounded through chem smoke. Traps from scrap. Unbreakable. Coalition admirals would scramble. Humans were weapons, not liabilities. Hours later, Voss watched armory cams. Jonah cornered Vexa amid racks of blasters. His frame filled the feed. Calm, scarred, eyes like forged steel. Who leaked the vid? Jonah's voice cut low. Vexa hesitated, scales flushing violet. Voss. She wants you for ops. He stepped closer, breath steady.
And you? Vexa's hand gripped his vest.
You're mine. Career be damned. Jonah's gaze held. No flinch. A nod. Voss's screens flickered. Political pings flooded in. Brass demanding the human asset. Then base alarm screamed. Red lights pulsed. Full breach, klaxons wailed. Kethik shock packs inbound. Voss bolted for the door. The human was hers now, Coalition's prize. But Vexa had claimed first. Klaxons shrieked as Voss slammed into the command trench. Breach status, Tell barked from the holomap. Kethik packs through Sector 7, main corridor collapsing. Stragglers holding scraps. Send Rao and her human. Counterpush. Plug it. Voss jabbed the assign key. Doomed, but their vidgrit might buy time. Vexa's voice crackled over comms. Acknowledged, moving. Armory cams flipped to corridor feeds. Jonah led mixed stragglers, scaled cliff, furred Vorons, into the crumbling hall.
Choke it here.
Scrap for traps. Aliens hesitated, crests flaring doubt. Jonah ignored them, welding plates with a plasma torch. Vexa flanked him, rifle sweeping smoke. Kethik burst in, hulking, chemfog rolling. Claws shredded a Voron.
Jonah dropped 2 with precise bursts.
Suppressive Vexa called shots. Left flank pinned. Shrapnel exploded from a breached wall. She lunged, body blocking Jonah's back. Scales shredded. Blood slicked her armor. His hand stayed steady, rigging charges. Clear! Jonah hit the detonator. Blast doors slammed, sealing the pack inside. Roars cut short. Voss exhaled. Unbreakable. Aftermath briefing. Tell's tent packed with officers. Jonah stood bloodied. Vexa bandaged at his side. Tell glowered. Human improvisation saved the line. The doctrine. Vexa stepped forward, crest high, hand on Jonah's arm.
He's bonded to me. Article 17 claim. Authorize it, Commander.
Gasps rippled. Tell's mandibles clenched. Publicly. Here? Mine, Vexa declared. Eyes locked on Jonah. He nodded once. Calm. Tell stamped the pad. Approved. Voss smiled. Their bond? Perfect leverage. Alarms flickered again. Reinforcements inbound.